The purpose of this video is to show learners how to make a relationship chart. The chart will be shown step by step. By the end of the tutorial, learners should be able to make a relationship chart to their own specifications. To begin, we need to open Microsoft Office Suite. We go to open Microsoft Office Word, where we have a blank page. But before we get started, I want to show you all a finished relationship chart so that you all will know what it looks like. This is a relationship chart that I done for one of my other courses. As you can see, there's boxes, arrows pointing to each box in the relationship. In order for you to show a relationship, you got to show the steps to which you will need to go to perform a certain task. So we'll get started here in just a moment. We're going to open another Microsoft Office Word program or page. Here we have a new blank page. The first thing you do is you go to Insert. Now we have SmartArt, which gives you a list of different types of tables and graphs that you can use. And here we have a relationship showing chart showing relationships. There's several different ones you can use. Actually, I usually use the hierarchy because, as you can see, it gives you plenty of boxes to work with. And with each box, if you need to add another one, you can go down here. You can either add the shape before, after, above, or below, such as this. That's just one way of doing it. But because there are so many specifications, some instructors want you to use arrows, and other instructors want you to use this type of relationship box. But in order to, you can also undo the boxes you put up here just by going up here in the far right left-hand corner and hitting the arrow button, and it will take that off. And you can hit the arrow button again and completely delete what you've just done. Now, to make a relationship chart using just your own boxes, and that way you can move them however you want, wherever you want, we're going to use what you go to Insert, you go to Shapes, you click on Shapes. Okay, now there's tons of shapes that you can use. If you're doing this professionally or for an instructional lesson, most times you're going to use a square box. So let's go back and we'll see this. You use the rectangle box. There's several different types of rectangle boxes, such as ones with curves or however you want to use those. But then you go, if you mess up, you can just go back here and hit the undo button. So we're going to go back here to Insert. We're going to go to Shapes. For this instructional video, I'm going to use a relationship chart from mother, father, grandchildren, children, and show you the relationship that you can't get grandchildren until you have the relationship with the children, spouses, and such. So we're going to use some boxes. We're going to, this is the one box for mother or father. We'll put it in bright green so it's easily seen. Then you're going to need a box for mother. So we go up here in the left hand corner. It'll have a drop down box, and you just click on another box. And then depending on how many children you have, I'm going to use 3 boxes here just to help show a relationship. And then you will need a box for each spouse. You just keep adding boxes. And then let's say all 3 of your children have 2 children each. Do it here. Another box here, and another one here. And then you add as many boxes as you need. So we have these. So each time that you click on a box, you can go up here at the top because you'll have a color scheme. And we'll use bright purple for this box. And then for each subsequent box, you go back and you use whatever color makes it easiest to see at this point. You just change them around. There's all kinds of colors here to use. Now you can also use, if you don't want no color in your boxes, you can hit one of these top boxes and it'll outline it in whichever color you fix. But if you want a different outline color, you go over to the side where your boxes are at up here. You click on shape outline and you can pick any color that there's up here to outline your boxes, such as this one's going to be black. But if you don't want to leave it there, you can always go back and pick a different schematic to put up there. Okay, in order to show, to make it understandable where I'm coming from here, we're going to move each one of these boxes to a certain point. You can play with these boxes. You can move them up, down, side, and around. You can also move them this way, make them bigger, smaller, wider. You can work with it and just practice and play around with it until you figure out exactly how you want it to be. So we're going to start adding some text to it. On this top one will be Father. We'll go over to the next box, click on it. We'll type in mother. Son. We'll click on the next box. Daughter. And the next box we'll click on, and we'll just use son again. We're just going to type in spouse here. And then grandchildren here. Well, no, I guess grandchildren are just being accepted. Okay, now that we have all this done, you have each one of your blocks in there, and you have what you were writing. So from father and mother, you have your son, daughter, son, their spouses, and their children. But in order to understand where mother and father come from, you got to show the relationship between each one. So in order to show the relationship, you need to insert arrows. So we go back up here to insert, we hit the shapes button again, and we click on the arrow button. So each one of these are related. We will take an arrow and do it upwards. We'll go to the drop down box and click another arrow that shows the relationship to the father, and then the father to the mother, the son to the mother, again the son to the mother, and the daughter to the father, the daughter to the mother, the son to the father. So here you have your arrows pointing. So each son and daughter are directly related to the father and the mother. And then we go down further, and the spouse is related to the son, and the spouse for the daughter, and the spouse for the son again. For each one of these, you will use an arrow showing the relationship from each box below, and how each box in the bottom row relates to the top boxes. So again, we have our arrow for the first set of grandkids, and when we just keep going from one section to the next. And there you have it. You are showing a relationship from each grandchild to how it came back from the mother and the father, and how we ended up with grandchildren. And there you have it. Also, in order, if you want to continue to learn how to make relationship boxes, or even other hierarchical boxes, you can go back to your home page, go back to insert. You can play around with the smart art, and there's several charts and graphs and that you can use there, or play around with the shapes. You can also get on YouTube and watch more videos here. There are also books such as Microsoft Office for Dummies you can look at. There's many different ways of showing how to make the relationship graphs, or any type of graph that you need to make.